Hundreds of people in Ruidoso are still displaced from their homes while the McBride fire burns. The fire has burned close to 6,000 acres and is still 0% contained. Fire managers say the break from the high winds has given them an edge from the sky. For now, all evacuation orders are still in place. When the McBride fire broke out Tuesday afternoon, one of the first priorities, evacuate the schools, where the flames were literally at the doorstep. While school is canceled so crews can try and get a handle on the fire, these students wanted to help, so they're teaming up with their church to distribute necessities to people in the community who have lost everything. Meanwhile, crews are north of Ruidoso fighting the Nogales Canyon fire. Right now, that blaze is just 4% contained, but crews are seeing much less growth, with the fire holding steady at less than 400 acres. All of Nogales Canyon remains under mandatory evacuation. Fires in other parts of the state are also growing slowly this morning. The Hermit's Peak fire in the Santa Fe National Forest has burned around 7,000 acres, more than a week after that fire started as a prescribed burn that got out of control. It remains 10% contained. The Big Hole fire that started in the Belen Bosque is seeing minimal activity this morning. Fire officials are still working to identify the cause. That burned around 900 acres, claiming one home and a number of outbuildings. At last check, it was 60% contained. Eric?
Well, our next big weather maker is all going to be about that wind, especially across eastern New Mexico. We're going to see some very strong gusts continuing our fire danger, especially for the eastern half of the state.
New details this morning into the crash that killed 6 members of a New Mexico college golf team. The NTSB says a 13-year-old boy was driving a pickup with his dad as a passenger when a tire blew and he veered into oncoming traffic. The Texas Department of Public Safety says they are waiting on DNA results before they declare who is driving. Mayor Tim Keller is upholding a law that aims to make sure companies working for the city pay their workers fairly. The ordinance requires contractors to have a labor agreement if they're working on a city project worth more than $10 million. But after the new city council took over, they voted to repeal it. The mayor vetoed that repeal. A New Mexico couple is pleading guilty to racketeering, embezzlement, money laundering, and tax fraud. A 2019 investigation revealed Brian Cassius used his payroll position at the Roswell Cattle Baron to funnel more than $1 million into his and his wife Tammy's personal accounts. Sentencing has not been set, but they are both facing prison time. Eric?
All right, well, for our Metro Threat Index for us this afternoon, not nearly as high as earlier in the week, but still a 4 out of 10, especially for those strong afternoon winds from the west, as well as that high fire danger east of the mountains.
The Meow Wolf Foundation is being started by Julie Heinrich, Senator Heinrich's wife. The foundation will support nonprofit organizations across New Mexico, Nevada, and Colorado. Meow Wolf officials say they will have more information in the coming months. New this morning, Ukraine says it sank the flagship of Russia's Black Sea Fleet. In a video posted to social media, President Volodymyr Zelensky celebrated his country's ability to hold out longer than anyone expected. Moscow refutes these claims, insisting the ship sank while being towed during a storm. Elon Musk is looking to buy Twitter. The billionaire tech entrepreneur is offering about $43 billion for the social networking service and says he plans to turn it into a private company. The purchase offer comes just days after Musk revealed he owned a more than 9% stake in the company. The National Park Service is waiving admission fees tomorrow. This is in celebration of the start of National Parks Week. From Acadia to Yosemite to the Everglades to the Grand Tetons, you'll be able to explore the best land America has to offer. National Park Week runs from the 16th to the 24th. Eric?
All right, well, we are looking at relatively quieter roadways to start here for our Good Friday morning. As no accidents to report at the moment. Our camera is looking live on the Big Eye, and our sky conditions look pretty clear as well.
Thousands of pilgrims are expected to make the trek to El Santuario de Chimayo for the first time in 2 years today. The more than 200-year-old tradition brings people from all over the world to pray at the shrine. Worshippers are also expected to trek to Tomé Hill in Valencia County, where there are 3 crosses and a shrine.
It's time now for those 5 facts. At number 5, a local robotics team is headed to the World Championships. The Enigma robotics team is made up of homeschoolers and public school students from around Albuquerque. The 8 team members, ages 12 to 18, built a robot named Darth Freighter. The World Championships will be held in Houston next week, where they'll compete against more than 160 teams. Best of luck to them.
All right, at number 4, thousands of pilgrims are expected to make the trek to El Santuario de Chemayo today for the first time in 2 years. The more than 200-year-old tradition brings people from all over the world to pray at the shrine. Worshippers are also expected to make the trek to Tomé Hill in Valencia County, where there are 3 crosses and a shrine.
Number 3, it's going to be a much warmer and windier day, and unfortunately that means more red flag warnings all across eastern New Mexico. Kind of a continued windy pattern all the way throughout our holiday weekend.
At number 2, students in Ruidoso are using their time to help others while they're off from school because of the McBride fire. They're teaming up with their church to distribute food, water, clothes, and other necessities to people in the community who have lost everything. The superintendent of Ruidoso Schools says they anticipate reopening schools on Tuesday, April 19th. At number 1, hundreds of people in Ruidoso are still displaced from their homes as crews continue to battle the now deadly fire. That fire has claimed the lives of an elderly couple trying to evacuate, as well as more than 200 homes. The fire has burned close to 6,000 acres and is still 0% contained. But as reinforcements come in, fire managers say the break from the high winds has given them an edge from the sky. For now, all evacuation orders are still in place there.